Holy shit, guys. I mean, really. Holy shit. Oh, man. This movie right here. Oh, my God. This movie. Yeah. Wow, I don't even know where to start. And, no, this was really good. This movie was great. I am so glad I got to see it in theaters during the Halloween season. And being so close to Halloween. And yes, I'm aware, as of this recording, this movie's been out for about 10 days, so... Well aware of that, but still. Better late than never. Better late than never. I saw this alone in the theater. Well, I was by myself, but for the most part, it was just about me and 4 other people in the theater. So yeah. I am going to give minor spoilers, but if you do want to go into a more in-depth review, you guys can hit the link below and go check out, Comic Universe. Why did I forget my own channel? Yeah, I forgot Comic Universe. You guys can go check out, Comic Universe, my other channel here on YouTube, and go check out my friend, C-Dub's review of the movie. And he'll go a little more in depth. Not so much spoilers, because I feel like this movie is still... Well, there are some stuff I gotta talk about, but yeah, if you guys want to go into a more non-spoiler review, go check out the review that C-Dubs put on Comic Universe. And I'm sorry the name got away from me. It's been a long day. It's been a long day, guys. So anyway, so let's get started with this review for Halloween 2018. So yeah, Halloween. Alright, so you know how The Predator was pretty much a comedy that, a horror it was written by a normally comedy writer. Although, yeah, Shane Black had done, action pieces before. He'd been known for more of his humor, and had massive reshoots, and the movie still was a convoluted mess. Yeah, that's not the case here. This movie is actually really well put together by David Gordon Green and Danny McBride. It also helps that John Carpenter had a hand as executive producer, along with Jamie Lee Curtis, and Carpenter, along with his son, composed the music for it. Which, by the way, the music in here is amazing. This is some of John Carpenter's best scored music yet. This was great. Also, another fact before I go any further into the review, another little thing I really enjoyed, and I know some people have talked about this on their reviews, but I don't really see it enough, is that what I really liked about it is that they had Malik Akkad, who is the son of Mustafa Akkad, who had produced the entire Halloween franchise up until the Rob Zombie remakes. Because unfortunately, Mustafa Akkad, along with his daughter, were killed in a terrorist attack in Jordan in 2005. So, that was really tragic. But it was nice to see his son. They also dedicated this movie to Mustafa Akkad. But it was nice to see his son, who had also been a producer from, I believe, he had done Malik Akkad, and I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I could be wrong. But Malik Akkad had produced Halloween H2O and Resurrection. I think he had done those. I'm not sure if he did if he produced the Rob Zombie films, but yeah, he was also. It was really great to see him on as a part of this, because this film feels so much like a true sequel to Halloween. This really does feel like a true sequel to the original 1978 film. Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode is amazing in here. This is some of her best work yet. Not just as Laurie Strode, but as the character of, well, not just as the character of Laurie, but some of her best acting as well. And it really shows the effects of PTSD. Now, we did see that before with H20, but the difference here is that we really see that, she's played both kinds of, she's kind of played the two sides of the PTS spectrum, in that in one side, she played basically in H20, she played the victim who couldn't get over her trauma. In this movie, she plays the victim who couldn't get over her trauma and decided to fight back, and wanted to fight back at the cost of destroying everything in here. I really do enjoy her relationship with her family. You know, it's kind of a logical decision of where it goes. I thought I was going to hate Judy Greer, and at the start I did hate her character, because she's basically playing the same character she was in Jurassic World. But imagine at the start of this film, imagine if she was Judy Greer's character from Jurassic World, but in more screen time. Thankfully they do more with her character in the third act that made me go, okay, cool. That's really cool. I also really enjoyed Laurie's granddaughter, Alison Strode, who really does feel like you really do feel like you're back with Laurie with that character. And a very well updated. And speaking of the other characters, well, yeah, there are some cannon fodder in here. For the vast majority, there are some characters I'm like, oh, I know you're gonna die, but I feel bad that you're gonna die. Like, a lot of characters do feel like people. They don't feel like stereotypes. Some of these characters really do feel like characters, and not like, oh, you're just here for, you know, for the body count. And there are some body count in here, let me tell you. But for the most part, some of the characters you do see, and for the brief time you're with them, you're like, oh, I'm gonna feel bad when you die. There is some humor in here from one kid, but it's not like in The Predator where it's awkwardly placed throughout the whole goddamn film and stops everything short. Have I mentioned how much I hate The Predator? Oh, I haven't? I fucking hate that movie. This movie's a lot better. And now we're at, like, 3 out of 4 of comedy writers doing great horror. We had Get Out, we had A Quiet Place, and now we have Halloween. So, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. But anyway, I digress. So how is Michael in this movie? Michael, they did something that hasn't been done with Michael in a long time. Make him scary. And trust me, he is terrifying. I would even stand to argue that he's more terrifying without the mask than have it on. Because there's a lot of shots in here where you do see Michael out of mask. You do see brief glimpses of his face, but they don't show you like a full on-screen shot of his face. Although for one scene they do, but it's blurred. So, honestly, he's really more terrifying in some of those scenes without the mask than the classic mask over his face. That's what and yeah, there are some really brutal deaths in here. Like the first one, I was like, oh shit, they went for it. They went for that death. Like the first real on-screen death. Like, we do get some off-screen deaths, and there are some really good off-screen deaths in here. But in this film, where was I going with it? Oh yeah, in this film there are some great off-screen deaths, but the first on-screen death we get, oh wow, it's not just of how brutal it is, it's who the victim is, and it made me go, oh, we're going no holds barred. Okay, I like where this is going. Anyway, there are some other characters who, like Dr. Satine, who they're trying to make like, oh, he's the new Loomis. I'm like, he does some stuff in here that's not really Loomis-y, so not really feeling that kind of connection. There are some other great characters in here, and characters I thought were going to be for the rest of the film, but yeah, Michael happened. They take a Michael to the face. But yeah, this movie feels so nostalgic, but yet feels so like it holds up on its own, you know what I mean? There are some homages to the original film, and there's one in here towards the end that made me go, alright, alright, now you're going a little too far, back it up. But no, this movie does hold up on its own. You could easily argue that this has been the best Halloween film. For some people, like I know there's Halloween 2 and Halloween. Also, I do love the little nods to the other Halloween films. Like, you did have the masks from, the kids wearing the masks from Season of the Witch. That was really cool. Also, because I know no one's going to pick up on this, and I have yet to see anyone pick up on it yet, as far as I know, there is a direct reference to Halloween 4, and I really love Halloween 4. On one of the cars at the gas station the two bloggers are at, you see on the car, Resurrection Church, which is the name on the car that the priest was driving who picked up Loomis. And it took me a moment, I was like, Resurrection Church. Oh, okay, that's a good one. That was a nice little reference. I dug that. There's also a few other nods to the other Halloween films, but they're not like, oh, you remember that Halloween movie? It's more like you're playing an Easter egg hunt, and I like that. And again, like, Jamie Lee Curtis just knocks it out of the park as Laurie Strode. This is the best she's been since H20. Even if not better. Like, this interpretation of Laurie is not only badass, but also shows her vulnerability and love for her family. There are some moments in here that are your typical, why would you do that? But these are nitpicks few and far between. So, all in all, this movie is amazing. I absolutely loved this Halloween film, and I was so worried about it from the get-go in that this film not only, you know, felt like a real sequel, but also had so much going against it from all those rumors and people saying they hated the ending, which the ending I was like, oh, we're just gonna stop there. Oh, okay. Alright, didn't expect that, but okay. But yeah, this movie was just amazing. Great horror. It made Michael terrifying again. And yeah, hopefully it will kick open the door for, you know, other past slashers, like, depending on where Jason is, yeah, depending on where Jason is with this, lawsuit. Sorry, my phone was going off. Depending on where he lands in this lawsuit. But, however, other characters like, you know, Leatherface, and, well, Leatherface has had a little too many films, and that Leatherface origin film was just garbage. But Freddy, Candyman, and I know we're getting a Child's Play reboot while we still have the other original continuity of Child's Play still going on. It's weird, I know. But hopefully this gives a lot of creed for other really great slasher films. We're seeing some major, we're seeing like this major resurgence of these characters and really great horror films. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of Halloween? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? What did you guys think of the cast? What did you guys think of Laurie? Did you guys enjoy seeing The Shape back in true form? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.